Hello, I am Bentham. Welcome back to Offworld Trading Company. We have Arumba, Stejo, and Avak with us today. Say hello.
Hey there, how you doing?
Hello.
And everyone else is missing, presumed dead.
Bentham ate them.
Maybe.
He was overcome with this feeling and sense of grandeur after his victory, and he just set upon Shen and just devoured him whole.
Just a little bit mad with power.
It was terrible. I was afraid. I hid behind Stejo.
So we're doing something different today, right?
We're doing some interesting gimmicky stuff.
We're all going to be on Manager, and we're going to play with Masquerade. We were going to do the difficulty thing, but then we realized that if we played on Masquerade and one person was on the CEO, Stejo, then we would know exactly who it was because of the stock price. So we're all going to play on Manager, but we're going to put tighter debt on, which says resource shortfalls will first deduct from cash. So
yeah, this has a potential of being a game changer because a lot of the early strategies revolve around using your debt. Whereas this isn't going to be possible right now. So I'm really looking forward to how this changes things.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say I would expect it's going to be more about self-sufficiency, like having a little bit of everything instead of... I don't know, though, because you still could just go for specialization. We'll see. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Yep. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. We're playing on a smaller map, too, because we don't have as many players.
That's all right. I spoke to PB Head about how to do tighter debt.
Oh, did you? I love how he didn't tell us this until we started.
Yeah. So what did he say? You got to tell us what he said.
Don't do it. It's rubbish.
That's not what he said.
I get the distinct impression that Steve's lying to us, honestly.
It basically says that there's a bit of micromanaging that's involved, and you can basically get the game to work the way it used to.
Oh.
So does it involve selling stuff just before you buy anything?
Let's see. Herbert
zero the rest of the time.
Herbert has settled a scavenger colony. That's Stejo. 100% chance.
I don't know. Bentham is pretty happy with that kind of stuff.
Medium levels of carbon found.
What stuff?
Levels of aluminum found. Medium levels of silicon found.
There's not that much stuff on this map.
Well, it's much smaller than normal.
It is. It is decidedly smaller than normal. A little bit frighteningly smaller than normal.
Yeah.
Medium levels
Oh,
of
you scum. I saw that Asimov.
What an excellent location.
You're going to reveal who you are.
Finding it.
That's
the
kind
thing.
of obvious.
And there is much research to be done.
high levels of iron.
You got to be
found.
careful what you say, or the masquerade, the mask falls. But yeah, like half of the map is completely unusable, which probably doesn't help with the materials situation. But there's no one thing that's in really short supply, except maybe iron, actually.
Interesting. So yeah, I'm not losing any. I'm not going into debt.
I love the names, man.
Is it bad that I don't even know who I am?
Yeah, I should probably check too.
Wow, Asimov and Herbert, they really want this claim.
My goodness. Well, this is like your only opportunity to go in debt, right? Aside from just basically being bankrupt.
I would think so, yeah.
Are there AI players in this game? This seems crazy for a player.
Ludicrous.
I'm not going to say anything while I'm still unknown. Even though it's
won't last
quite
for
clear
long.
that I'm one of the scavengers, and so one person at least knows exactly who I am.
Indeed.
Well, that's the thing, eventually everyone will work out who everyone is anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a much tighter game.
I don't like being sat waiting for materials to arrive.
Yeah, I know, right?
Don't think anyone does.
Especially at the very beginning, because there's nothing you can do. There's no messing about with the market or anything. You're literally just like, all I need is more of stuff right now.
I need more stuff. More things and stuff, please. Bradbury seems to be doing a fair bit of iron mining.
I think someone should see to that.
I don't think that Masquerade makes big of a difference on 4 players.
No, not a lot.
I do like that it gives us random names, though. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
actually pretty amusing. But my god.
It looks like they were going for the alphabet and then they gave up for Herbert.
Herbert.
Nothing wrong with the name Herbert. The price of power.
That's just wrecking.
Yeah.
Well, Steve just said that he usually ignores power, but now I don't know if he can. It'd be nice if you could, when you scrap a building, you don't get any of the stuff back, right?
I don't believe so initially.
1,000, 8,000, 10,000, 14,000, 16,000, 18,000, 20,000.
That is going to be
Well, that happened.
expensive to build. I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
useful.
The steel. I mean, those damn things are. Oh no! Whoever built it, Herbert actually had the money to build that thing right away.
Wow. Herbert,
Pretty impressive.
that is actually genuinely impressive.
Although, what you've got to think is that Herbert is a scavenger, so he doesn't spend steel.
Oh, of course, spends carbon, which Herbert has a stupid amount of. That's a good point.
What's going on with oxygen right now? It's as expensive as power. What was that?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's just mean.
And glorious at the same time.
There's a bunch of random triple waters in the bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they're needed.
Don't talk about those. Those are special. Those are mine, or
Are they your pension?
they will be eventually.
I think that a Roomba may just be Bradbury.
Ah, I'm not sure about that. It's possible, I suppose, but
Scavenger colony expanded.
Doesn't really matter if it's disabled. It was barely making anything anyway.
Dust storm. Don't know how I feel about that.
I think
Makes
whoever
it
had
even more
the
annoying
wind
that I didn't
turbine was
use
good. Yeah. Oh, that was yours, was it? Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for letting us know. This is good information to have. Yep. Absolutely good information.
I can guess who you are.
Who am
I can
I?
definitely guess that you mutinied the thing.
No. I don't do things like mutiny. How would I give you that idea? I barely ever use the black market.
I have the moral high ground, at least, with the black market.
Yes, you do, actually. And you do well with not using it as well.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Herbert,
Expansive colony expanded.
we can all
Oh,
see
no.
that was you who did that, because your stock prices
okay.
just died the moment that thing was over.
Who on earth is pirating iron when it's worth $9? I don't think you understand exactly how you're supposed to use those pirates.
Your stock is being bought.
Well, I'm fairly certain that this is game over for me already.
Why is
I'm
that?
just going to call it now. The thing with debt is that once you've got it, unless you've got a good cash crop, you can't get rid of it again. But it's going to keep gaining interest.
Yeah.
And whereas in a less tight debt scenario, that is easier to manage.
Oh, I see.
Really not here.
Is that why you wanted to steal my iron? You knew that there was a shortage coming.
Your stock is being bought.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's possible, huh?
Your stock is being bought. Your stock is being bought.
Scavenger colony expanded.
Your stock is being bought.
My stock. Come back to
Your
me.
stock is being bought.
It's tempting for me to turn off stuff when it's not profitable, but then sometimes it's good to have a big stockpile of junk, you know,
Yeah.
Yep.
because then prices change.
I just realized something with regards to debt. There is a certain way of managing it, even beyond, even with the tighter debt. Is instead of trying to constantly sell things to try and fight against the debt to get close to what you want to buy, it is a better idea to just let your debt accrue, let your cash go down to zero, because then it'll start pulling it out of your debt, and just allow a stock to build up and then sell it all at once, so that you can afford what you're trying to go for.
5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000,
Can I let it go for that cheap? No.
1,000, 10.
Fine, you can have it.
So
Whatever.
Bentham is Asimov. Not like it was unknown, but
I'm guessing you're Herbert,
don't know
because
what
you
you're
generally
talking about.
prefer Scavenger as well.
He is indeed.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
I'm having the issue of I'm trying to afford something, so I'm selling a bit of stuff, but I've not got quite enough. And then by the
Yeah.
time I sell something else, I've lost all that money again.
Yeah, no, that's the problem that I've been faced with since the beginning of the game, practically. It has completely crippled me.
Yeah. That's the issue.
Yeah. Well, it was worth playing with this just so that I would experience that firsthand and learn it.
Yeah.
Expansive colony expanded.
Your stock is being bought.
I probably won't last that long, though, to be fair.
Your stock is being
No.
bought.
Well, you put me out of my misery, and I appreciate it.
Wow,
Damn
it
it.
reveals who you are.
That's
as
like
well.
the first time I actually got a pop-up someone was buying stock. I didn't even realize.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I-
interesting.
Maybe I'm just not being very observant, but
But now
that's
I can
all
actually have a
possible.
proper watch. But that was just a train wreck of a match for me.
how low did your share price get?
Well, it's hard to tell. I think the lowest was like 4 something, but because Herbert was constantly buying my stocks, it kept the stock price up a little bit. But it was hard for me to see. I had 34,000 in debt by the end of it. Basically, I made a play on the claim early on. I was trying to force someone else to pay more, but they cottoned on, I think. or it just got too rich for them. So I ended up buying it for much more than I wanted to, and then it was like, yep, I can't manage this debt. And I worked out that I needed to just allow my debt to accrue whilst building up resources into a stockpile and then selling it all at once right towards the end. Far too late. I'd been fighting against my debt pretty much the whole match.
Hmm.
I think I'm just sort of pootling along and getting nowhere really in this particular game.
Well, you're at the same level as everyone else. Bradbury is the only one with the patent office, so I can't dismiss the quarterly report, damn it.
So can you see everyone's names now, or is it still the Masquerade names?
I see the Masquerade names, but I know who everyone is at this point.
Yeah, we can see AVAC's name changed over. I don't know if you already commented on that.
I was thrown a little bit when you went for an expansive, Arumba.
When who did what now?
Oh, wow. Are you getting the notifications of those stocks being brought, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just double checking it, because it might have actually just been something on your side and you weren't seeing it. It might have been part of the Masquerade.
Scavenger كلني expended.
Energy prices, though, ruined me in that. That's pretty much what held me down the whole game.
Colony expanded.
Once I was in debt and I couldn't build a wind farm, I never got back out of it. So definitely worth keeping that in mind.
I've got a bit of an issue. I need to build a farm, but I sold a bunch of stuff, and then it all went away again because I've got food debt.
Yeah, that's the issue.
So I have to go all at once or build the things I need for it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So it's a case of just allow your debt to accrue, because once you've got no money, you'll just accrue debt and it's fine, just like normal. But if you want to build something, just allow your stocks to accrue and then sell everything at the same time, and then quickly drop down the construction before it gets swallowed up. Because wow, those food prices.
Yeah, that's the issue. I'm losing 100 a second. I've now fixed it a bit by setting up some food.
Yeah. Mind you, the O2 prices aren't too shabby either. Water is dirt cheap, though, which I think everyone's got a water mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of random triples around the place.
Yeah.
I noticed Arumba, he bid for that water tile and then built a solar panel on it, because that's what I was thinking of doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was just treating it as a claim.
6,000.
I wonder, is there a way for me to observe what patents someone has gotten?
If you hover over their the character in the top right, you can see what they have.
Expansive colony
Oh,
I think you
awesome.
can go to the stats menu, and unless it only works at the end of the game, you can see what all that stuff. There's a bunch of menus for like black market and everything.
I thought when I started seeing Badbury start cycling his buildings so aggressively that they would have been the nanotech must have been purchased before that. Otherwise, it would have been such a huge waste.
Yeah.
But that's I'm only just properly starting to appreciate it. I've been told that it's good, but I've started to really see it in action, how good nanotech can be. Everyone's food is basically shorted out. People have been very aggressive with that. What on earth was that?
That's
Oh,
the
it's
The
patent.
perpetual motion.
Nothing for you to worry about there. Well, you're bought out, so you're not really a threat, right?
No, I'm purely observing. I'm not even really helping the person who bought me out because I don't know who they are. They're just a shadowy figure behind a glass door. Bellows orders over a tannoy. No one likes that guy.
I hate having ridiculous amounts of something that's worthless.
Badbury, would you mind if I ask you a question just to isolate whether... Oh no, okay, you just answered it. Isolate whether I was seeing the right kind of readout on the profitability of something.
Scavenger colony expanded.
Wait a minute, what just happened to water?
It
Yeah,
suddenly got
exactly.
expensive. Very, very expensive.
Everything's just flipped. That's not good.
I don't know. I don't know why you're complaining, considering.
What with the one triple?
Yeah.
And one triple isn't enough because I've got all these farms and stuff which are now... They need to stop right now. Stop.
Yeah, the negative revenue on those farms was absolutely astronomical by the end of it. On the plus side, Herbert could capitalize on the fact that I've got a triple in a triangle shape, or used to have a triple of water in a triangle.
Well, now most of my buildings are off. That's gone well.
Do they consume any power when a building is turned off?
Nope. Don't do anything at all.
Interesting move by Asimov there. I'm actually quite impressed by Asimov's stock price.
I realise that I'm being super
What
quiet.
happened?
Yes.
I don't know why my stock price is so high, considering I'm barely actually making anything right now.
That's what you're making is good, though.
Hmm.
I mean, the price of silicon is absolutely enormous.
And the price of everything's going everywhere now. It's really annoying.
Damn it, I'm making too much money!
No, it's bad. Like, now I have to turn buildings on again and other buildings
Colony
off.
expanded.
I don't like that, because I lose out while I don't notice it.
Oh, wow, the O2 price is absolutely murderous right now.
Like, a building has just gone between like minus 100 profitability and plus 200.
I know, this is really swinging fast. I'm not liking
Yeah,
it.
it's crazy.
I guess it's because there's so few of us.
9,000.
Hmm.
10,000.
I'm actually quite surprised by the way the stocks are going. And who seems to be in the stronger position right now. I'm trying to be as vague as possible while still actually saying it in a way that's worthwhile saying. But it is, genuinely interesting to watch how this game is going. Because the person I thought was going to really dominate actually hasn't managed to maintain momentum. It is now
It's
becoming
very tough.
Yeah.
You're talking about Stejo?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 100% Stejo that I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, of course.
I'm pretty impressed with how aggressive people are being with swapping their tiles when they don't have nanotech.
I know. I'm surprised by that as well. Not everyone can have nanotech, you know?
Yeah, I know. One thing with freezing something as well that I've realized is that once it's frozen, that's it. You can't do anything. You can't demolish it. You can't replace it. So if you notice someone or notice that a situation change is about to happen, then it can be quite useful to hit someone with an EMP just to prevent them from being able to switch.
Just for example, right?
Yeah, purely for example.
Not because somebody just hit me with an EMP or anything.
Expansive
Actually, I started talking about that because someone hit someone else with an EMP. But yeah, then it hit you. Oh my lord. Badbury. Moneybags. Such resources.
Much wow.
Yes.
This is a much tighter race than I actually expected this to be. I thought with fewer people, it would be.
Genuinely, I'm really, really surprised. I'm wondering how my early elimination played into it as well.
Do you feel like you're missing out?
Actually, I'm really enjoying watching. This is like a lesson going on right now. Sometimes you can actually pick up on a lot more things whilst watching the game rather than because you're so distracted playing it. I really need to start using the replay function, honestly, and watching our games to pick up on what was actually going on. There we go.
Ooh, is that Bentham buying out Stejo?
Bentham has been able to buy Stejo for a very long time.
Really?
Yeah, I was trying to counter him.
Why is this happening again? Also, what on earth just happened to water?
Yeah, that was me that just happened to water. That was me just about to buy you.
Okay.
I had like a stinking stockpile ready just to be sold.
Oh, of course, because when that went, water would have exploded a bit.
I had 600 water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd bought it up from $1 to $150, and there was just about to be a shortage.
Oh, wow.
I think that Bentham's going to win here. He's got 3 players worth of production.
I don't know how this happened again.
Skill, Bentham. Embrace it.
It's entirely the net revenue. Like, tooltips. If it wasn't for those, I would have been doing so terribly recently.
Yeah, that was the entire reason that you were doing well this game.
Even though they went everywhere, I think I managed to respond quick enough that it didn't go too horrifically.
I think silicon was keeping you going. Like, that silicon price was so high.
Yeah.
And then I remember I started making like a load of glass when silicon was worth more than glass.
Yeah, I accidentally kept stuff on when it was not profitable for a couple times.
Yeah. I was wondering if maybe, because Layla kept saying in one of the last games, oh, Avak, your farms are not profitable. And I was like, yeah, they are. They're stupid profitable. I'm not paying anything on it. I'm just putting power in, which is like dirt cheap, for one thing. I'm producing it anyway, so I'm not buying it.
Oh.
And I'm scientific.
I was going to say, why aren't you buying
that does show I'm still fairly incompetent in certain ways and don't notice when I have won.
Good job, man.
No, that was genuinely well played, Bentham. Really well played.
Yay.
I think one of the things, as an observer in that game, you played the stock market, as in buying shares into other companies, very well during that game, in my opinion.
And I think the key for me is that if, like, it's having money in the mid game, because I keep messing that up. And in the last couple of games, there've been points where I've had money, and then I've gone, I should probably buy stock. That's a really good idea. Because if you don't have stock in anyone at the end, you're screwed.
I was really surprised that Arumba didn't win that, though. The sort of bonuses he had on his production, the fact that he could just cycle buildings whenever he pleased.
Yeah,
I was really genuinely surprised there.
I missed out by not having bought somebody else. If there were more players, or if Bentham hadn't had 3/4 of the claims by having bought out 2 other people. I mean, I was expansive, so I had a lot of claims, but...
Yeah, look at the freaking claims you had. I was kind of... That's what stalled me after buying AVAC, is that I just didn't have any claims.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had nearly 2 grids. I was doing like 6 hex. Or 7 buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
The resource adjacency bonus is like 300.
On the center
in the middle,
tile.
yeah. Imagine if you'd had the engineering as well and had been able to bump that up as well.
I had considered going for engineering, but I don't know. I didn't do it in time. It's hard to like get that mid-game engineering thing going.
Yeah. But when I've done it, it has been so crazy profitable.
Yeah. I was doing a lot of EMPs and power surges on what I assume was Stejo.
Yeah.
Because you were trying to take all that profit. And I figured by power surging you, and then selling a whole bunch of the resource, driving the price to the ground, you wouldn't be able to transition away from that production line.
Oh,
and I would
very
be,
clever.
Because I could just scrap them.
Yeah, the issue with that, though, is that whenever you done that, I had funds on hand to buy it. So you were like tanking the price, then I was just buying the stock. Yeah, that's basically, whenever I had funds on hand, I was just buying stock with it. Because it's better than it just like frittering away.
Well, how did you get cash when I sold all of my like oxygen or fuel, for example?
Oh, because I had like a ton of carbon, a ton of aluminum sitting.
Oh.
That's why the aluminum and carbon prices are now crap, because I was control shift downing.
All right, well let's play another one.
Indeed.
Yep.
Well done once again, Bentham. Very well played.
Yeah, good job, man.
I don't know how I'm doing this. It's weird. I'm actually getting sort of good at this game now, apparently.
Yeah, do realise though that excuse only lasts so long. Now you are properly going to be increasing your difficulty level.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yes.
See you soon.
Take care,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye-bye.